Yo, what's up? I'm posting more videos because there are things that I need to address going on right now and I'm probably going to post much more content because there's just so much to talk about. And okay, this video, I wanted it to be about that crazy liberal AOC, man. Man, she's crazy. She's a dangerous woman. Dirty woman, if anything, corrupt, if anything. But so let's talk about minimum wage. Right now, the minimum wage across the United States is $7.25, which is downright, to an extent, ridiculous because most places don't even. Most places start you out at like 9 or 10 or 11 or 12 if you're lucky. But okay, so to me, I see minimum wage as a standard, and that if you are able to get with a company that pays you, 10 or 11, it's because they see a lot of value in you. And what's going to happen so AOC came out and said that she wants to raise the minimum wage across the United States to 15 an hour. And it sounds awesome. In a perfect world, it sounds awesome. But there's a lot of issues with doing that. Okay, so I have two perspectives to this whole thing about her wanting to raise the minimum wage to 15 an hour. My first perspective is, for me, I see it as if I'm making, let's say I'm making 10 an hour, and then, I've worked at a company for a long time and I deserve a raise. Then, if they jump to 15, I just don't feel that that's right. I feel like that, for me personally, I see it as you need to show that you have put in the effort in that company or wherever you work to gain that 15. It shouldn't just be given to you. Like, yeah, it's a great thing to some people. They may see it that way, but I just don't see it that way. I see it as it's another government handout, and I don't like that. I don't need the government to give me everything. I want to, that's what America is. That's why people come to America. It's for the American dream to, because the American dream is how you define it. It is based off of each individual. Every individual has their own American dream. And for me, I see it as an opportunity, granted that I'm born here and I don't take anything for granted here, because there are other countries that, they wish they could be like America. America is the greatest country in the world, whether you see it or not. But, anyway, I just had to talk about this because there are so many different issues, and one of the biggest issues with this $15 minimum wage is going to make the cost of living higher for everyone, not just rich people, not just poor people, not just middle class. It's going to especially hit the middle class, divide them even further, and the poor people, oh man. But, the problem with that ideology of raising the minimum wage is you don't realize, words are powerful, and you may, and it's all a false ideology to get people to vote Democrat or liberal, and that's wrong. We're supposed to, I believe that you're supposed to achieve that 15 an hour. What do you have to show for it when somebody with no experience goes into a company making 15 an hour? They didn't earn that. And then you have and it makes everybody else that has already worked so hard in that company mad because, they get raised to 15, but the person down the factory chute or right next to you in the Kroger or wherever. By the way, they do not endorse me on any of this. I don't want them to. I don't like big corporations to a certain extent. We need them because of the opportunities and the jobs they create, but a lot of them are liberal and I don't like them. But the thing about it's a domino effect. When you raise the minimum wage, when you tax the rich, what happens is that, okay, those rich people, They are the ones who own your apartment building, your loan, your lease. They're the ones who can raise your APR. They're the ones who can raise what you owe. They're the ones that own your car manufacturer. All these cars that people are leasing, they don't realize it, that they can make, their payments can go up. You know, their APR can go up because the company is having to pay more in taxes to the government because of some stupid radical who said, oh, we need to tax the rich. But you don't realize that the rich can make, you know, it's just going to, if anything, it's just going to divide the rich even further from the poor, or under, well, you know, people that aren't rich, which to rich people, I guess, would be considered pocket change people. So, you know, the problem that I see, you know, I get it. I see that this is why I look at both sides of the story, because in my eyes, I see it as, oh, you know, you're supposed to, for me, I say you're supposed to feel accomplished to get to that 15-hour or even higher. Like in my field, as an HVAC apprentice, that is a ladder that I see as an opportunity to go up the field like that. Excuse me. And, you know, you have Billy Bob Joe over here as a technician, and he doesn't know anything about the field, and he starts out at 15. And the problem is you're going to have high turnover rates because you're getting paid higher for work that you don't even know, or work that you don't like. And it's not just trade jobs. Trade jobs are a different field because you actually have to be certified in it. And that's where it really fails, is that these companies are hiring people that are not certified. They haven't gone to school. If they have gone to school, what was their degree? Probably some BS, because that's the way our college system works in America, is that it's a business and all they care about is your money and your debt, and they want to bury you with debt. That's all it is. It's all just a circle, a liberal circle. That's how it works. But, you know, it's all brainwashing to a certain extent. And that's why I see the other side of the story is, oh, well, it's great. I mean, it's great for people that, you know, really need it. But I don't know. I'm split both ways, but both ways I still see the same outcome. That, you know, I feel like for the people that have worked long enough in a company that deserve that wage increase, they deserve it. And they have put forth the effort to deserve it. But for people that have just come out of high school and they start out at 15, it's just not right, because they don't have any experience to show forth. Granted, if there are going to be those that do have experience, and I feel for those people that deserve that minimum wage. But then what's going to happen is you're going to go to a Quick Trip or a racetrack or any local gas station, and your Coke is going to be like, it's going to be $3 or $4 instead of the normal $2 or $1.69, what it is right now. I think that's the retail value. But and then you go to McDonald's or even Chick-fil-A or any fast food or even real restaurants, and your meal is going to be like $10, $15, $20. A fast food restaurant, yeah, meals right now are $7, $8. Imagine them being like $12 or $13 like it is in New York or California, because some idiot decided to, oh, let's tax the rich. Even though you think about it, McDonald's is a rich company, and they're going to increase their prices because they have to pay more taxes to the government. It is common sense. I guess people just they like to be told what to do and what to think, and they don't want to think for themselves. And if that's the way that America is going, man, I really feel for our generation, because it is bad. It is terrible. And I heard my parents talking about it this morning. They were getting sad. They were like, man, you know, my niece is about to be 4 soon, or going to be 4, I think, next year. And it's like, what is she going to have to deal with when we grow up? If I have kids, what are they going to have to, what kind of BS do they have to deal with? Can they not think for themselves because of the way the media and how you can't even have free speech anymore? Like, free speech is becoming dead. And it's like anything, like, just there's so many issues wrong with America right now. And it is not because of conservative people that use their brains and think for themselves and achieve things that they're like. I would say that I'm a perfect example. I'm being biased right now. I'm being biased as heck right now, because I see it as I'm woken up from all this crap And I'm only coming out and saying this because it needs to be said. People don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. The truth hurts. Well, I'm telling you the truth. America is screwed up right now. And you have all these false ideologies, false realities, all of it. It needs to change, and it's not gonna change in the government. We've already seen how they are. I mean, if Texas and all the other states succeed, I stand with them. I stand with secession, because it needs something drastic like that needs to happen, because our democracy is on the line. The whole thing is just crazy. And I hear it all the time. I'm one of the youngest. I would say that me and my classmates at school and a lot of anybody that's in the trade business in their early 20s, it's a rare thing. It's becoming a rare thing because no one wants to do hands-on work. And I'm not saying that it's easy. It's not easy. There are things that I don't want to do, but I still do them because I know that it's going to pay off in the end. And, I was never told about a trade school in high school. Why not? Because it's all brainwashed crap. They want you to believe what they want you to believe. And that's why I don't like public school systems, because it's like my friend said, it starts with the education as well as the home. Like my trainer said, those are the foundations of how you think for yourself. And it's like, I see it to a certain extent that they do that, but it's really not that way. They really want you to be more biased, and it's like, I see it to a certain extent. It's like people are going to argue and say, well, all these liberals, they are free thinking. Yeah, they are free thinking, but they're not thinking clearly. They're clogged. Their brains are clogged by a false reality that other people are controlling them to want to be. You think about it. AOC and Jon Ossoff. I hate them. I hate Jon Ossoff because I mean, I know hate is a strong word, but I hate that man because I feel like I've seen his name more than President Trump, and that's wrong. That is wrong. That is a liberal bias right there, and that is wrong. But, I need to retrace that. I don't hate him. I hate the sin. I hate the sin. Don't hate the person. Love the person. Hate the sin. You backtrack on that. And yes, you can call me a hypocrite if you want. I don't care. But the thing I don't like about, if you really think about it, Jon Ossoff and AOC, the Democrats chose them as puppets. Everyone in the Democratic Party, especially Joe Biden, is almost just a puppet to fill an agenda. You really think about it. Jon Ossoff and AOC are chosen because they tailor to the younger people like me, my little brother, and anybody else growing up. And that's bias. As biased as it can be. And yeah, they're going to sway a lot of people, a lot of young people, and I'm not falling for it. I'm smarter than that. I can think for myself. I want to achieve things on my own. I don't need no damn government handouts. I don't need those. I'm a true American. I follow the U.S. Constitution. I do what I think is right. And I have been prosperous ever since. There's only one person, one spiritual being that can do that, and that's God. That's the way I'm going to end this video, because Jesus is the reason for the season. Wake up, America. Wake up. And I got a shout out to the Hodge twins. President Trump is still your president. See y'all maybe tomorrow, maybe the next couple of days. Peace out.